Oh, I think I'm live. I think I'm live. So while we are doing that, let's share. Hello, y'all. Hello, hello. I just want to come on in. Come on in. I am getting my screen ready. You guys just come on in. Mm-mm-mm. There we go. Come on in and come on in. Come on in. Hey, come on in. Hey, Virginia, come on in. So as you guys come on in, we're going to go ahead and drop everything purple for me. Purple, purple, purple. Purple hearts, purple, purple, everything. Hello, hello. Come on in. All right. I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. So we're going to go ahead and get this live started. All right. So let me get to, wrong screen. All right, all right. So hopefully, all right, that was the problem. All right, now I hope you guys can see my screen. Nope, it's not the right screen. All right, now that should fix it. Okay. All right, there we go, there we go. All right, y'all. I want to make sure we can do this full screen so I can make sure everybody can see. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So, hey, y'all, welcome, welcome. Come on in. We're going to go ahead and drop all those purple hearts in the comments. Let me know that you're here and ready to create tonight. Hi, my name is Kayla from Create to Celebrate Studios, where every creation becomes a celebration. And tonight, we're going to be talking about Celebration Boxes Back to School Edition. Now, if you've never heard of Celebration Box, don't worry. That's my terminology. And tonight I'm going to break it all down for you. By the end of this class, you'll understand what a celebration box is, why you should be creating one, and how it fits. Oh, I'm sorry. Something's glitching. All right, there we go. I think I'm back. All right. All right. So by the end of this class, you'll understand what a celebration box is, why you should be creating one, and how excuse me, and how it fits in what you already create. But before we get started, I need to know where my action taker's at. Because I don't want you to take a bunch of notes, get excited, and then do nothing. We're action takers. So if you're an action taker and not just a note taker, type action taker in the comments. All right, so excuse me. Before we get started, I want to give you a little surprise for you. At the end of tonight's workshop, I'm going to give you a special prize. One person joining us live throughout the night, through tonight's workshop. I'll be asking questions and encouraging you to join the conversation in the chat. Every time you participate, you automatically earn another entry into tonight's giveaway. So don't be shy, join the conversation, have some fun, and we'll see if you just might win tonight. All right, guys. So if you don't know who I am, let me introduce myself. I am, there we go. So let me introduce myself. I am a creator, educator, and founder of Create to Celebrate Studios and Celebration Academy. I help overwhelmed creators build confidence through creativity. I teach you step by step. Excuse me. I teach you step by step so you can take your idea out of your head and bring it to life. So be proud to say, I created this. And tonight I want to help you see that you can do it too. Now, before we jump into class, I have a couple quick house rules. Y'all know I have ADHD, so I'm going to be using my script tonight to help me stay on track. I worked really hard on this lesson, and I want to make sure that we get through everything I have planned for you. So I'm going to be asking you to engage throughout the class when I do get in those comments. But if you have any questions, please hold them until the end. We'll do a Q&A. Once we finish the lesson, we'll do a Q&A once we finish the lesson, okay? All right, so let's go ahead, and if you guys are ready to get started, drop some more purple hearts in the comments. All right. Excuse me. All right. I didn't start creating because I wanted to build a business. I generally just loved making. I just love making things. I made diaper cakes. I made a diaper G, even the little sleeping baby out of diapers, right? So, and eventually people started asking me, did you make those? And I'm not going to lie. That felt good, but I'm thinking, wait a minute, people actually like what I made? So I started learning, and I went straight to YouTube, watched different people, tried different things, and kept creating. But once people started placing orders, something changed. Now I have deadlines. People want to know where things are. Is it done? I'm like, wait a minute, y'all taking all the fun out of this. So I backed away from the business side and kept creating because I love creating. But through all these years of learning and figuring out how I learn best, I needed things step by step. So I needed a visual. I'm a visual learner. And I need to actually make something, and eventually I realized that that's exactly what I want to teach. That journey grew into Celebration Academy and Create to Celebrate Studios. And now I get to help other creators bring their ideas to life, whether you want to create just because you love it or eventually turn the creativity into income. And that's why we're here tonight. I want you to look at a celebration box and think, wait, maybe I can do this. So let's begin. Celebration box, back to school edition. This is my. All right, so I don't know how to switch my screen. Haha, I think I got it. All right, so what is a celebration box? Because remember, this is my terminology. So if you've never heard of it before, you're not supposed to know what it is. A celebration box is a handmade, personalized gift that becomes part of the gift itself. So instead of putting your gifts inside a regular gift box, we're customizing the packaging too. Okay. And then we fill it with personalized goodies based on who we're celebrating and what they're celebrating. But one of my favorite things about a celebration box is that when everything is inside is gone, the box becomes something else. So we can turn it into a keepsake. A child could use all of their items inside, and then it can go into their room as a keepsake. They can a desk organizer, or just repurpose it. So you're not just handing somebody a bunch of goodies, you're creating an entire experience around the gift. And for tonight, we're talking about Ready, Set, Celebrate, back to school celebration box. This one is all about some of those first day of school nerves, turning them into excitement. Now, teachers, new classroom, new teacher, new classroom, maybe even a brand new school. So imagine a student waking up and seeing this waiting for them, filled with their filled with their school supplies, some of their favorite goodies, and everything personalized just for them. Is that little extra way of saying, I know today's a big day. I thought of you, and you're going to be great. And we're going to celebrate it. That's the Ready, Set, Celebrate back to school celebration. So now I know what a celebration box is. Let's talk about who this one is for. The Ready, Set, Celebrate box is for the student. And notice I said student, not just the kid. This could be a kindergarten getting ready for their first day of school. This could be a middle schooler or a high schooler or even a college student heading back to campus. Of course, what goes inside, excuse me, of course, what goes inside is going to change depending on who we're creating this for. Your elementary school student may need crayons, markers, glue sticks, and some of their favorite snacks. A college student probably doesn't need a full box of crayons. Their box their box might their box might have things to help them stay organized, some of their favorite snacks, and some things that they're actually using on campus. But there's something else I want you to think about. The person receiving the box and the person buying the box may not be the same person. Students who get the student who we're celebrating, and you need to think about who is the one buying it. So the person buying it is probably mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, a caregiver. Somebody who wants to make that student feel special. And that's important because if you decide to sell a celebration box, that's who we're talking to. We'll talk about that later. But for now, I just wanted to remind you and just to give you a heads up. Don't just start with stuff. Start with the person you're celebrating. Once you know who you're creating for, it becomes a whole lot easier to make it personalized. Now you might be asking when. So when you're creating seasonal products, you have to start thinking ahead of the season. So right now we're talking about back to school because that's what's coming up. So if school starts in August, we don't want to wait until August to start thinking about what we're going to create. By then, we're too late. I need to be creating back to school in July. So we have to get ready. We have to get the customers actually ready. And this doesn't just happen for back to school. When you start paying attention to your entire year, your holidays are coming up. What holidays are coming up? What celebrations are coming up? What's going on? What's going to be in demand next? That's why I like using my seasonal celebration calendar. It allows me to look ahead and say, okay, this is what's coming, and I need to start creating that now. Because as a creator, you don't want to consistently feel like you're doing the catch up with every season. You want to be ready before the season gets here. So for back to school, we're creating in July because our customers need their products for August. And that's what I want you to remember. Don't create what's happening right now. Create what's happening next. Next, we want to talk about where. Okay, so where are the people who would actually buy a celebration box? Think about places like Facebook groups, Facebook communities, schools, PTOs, church events, vendor events, and even your friends and your own family, right? Now, quick note about the Facebook group. Make sure we are being respectful. No selling in these groups. We wouldn't want, because our customers are already out there. You just need to go where they are, where they already are, right? Why? Okay, now let's talk about why. Why does any of this even matter? Because it isn't just about making a cute box. It's about creating something that makes somebody smile. Maybe you're making one for your own child. Maybe you're making one for your grandbaby. Maybe it's a gift for someone you love. Or maybe you're thinking, you know what? I could actually sell these. Whatever, whatever your reason is, I just want you to know this. If you're learning one celebration box, you can learn another. And before you know it, you'll be creating things you never thought you could. Make that That's why I love teaching celebration boxes. Now, I know that was a lot, and some of y'all are probably thinking, okay, Kayla, I understand what a celebration box is, but I still don't know how to make one. That's okay. You're not supposed to. Hmm. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to have it all figured out after just one class. My goal tonight wasn't to teach you everything. The goal was to show you what's possible. Now, everybody learns a little differently. Some people some people love to learn on their own. Some people want to build a project step by step with someone beside them. And some people want a creative community where they can ask questions, celebrate their wins, and get feedback, learn alongside each other and that are on the same journey. There isn't a right or wrong choice. It's simply about choosing the learning path that fits you best. So let's figure out which learning path sounds like you. Uh-oh. No. Oh, y'all cheated. Y'all got to see everything. All right. Haha. Fixed it. All right. So let's start with our first path, learn. This path is for my independent learners. You're the kind of person who enjoys reading, you like to take your time, you like highlighting, taking notes, and learning at your own pace. If that's you, you're going to love this path. Inside Learn, you'll find seasonal ebooks, workbooks, printable resources, and inspiration to help you continue learning in a way that fits your learning style. For example, tonight we're talking about the celebration box. So one of the resources inside this path is called Wrapped in Luxury ebook. It teaches the design principles behind creating polished, intentional, luxury looking projects that stand out. And the best part is you can come back to it whenever you want. Read it again, study it, take more notes because it's yours to learn from at your pace. So if you're if you're the kind of learner that says, just give me the information, I'll take it from there, then Learn is probably the learning path that fits you best. Now, maybe you're sitting there thinking, Kayla, I like to read, but I really need to see it done. If that's you, Create might be your learning path. This path is for the learner likes to watch first, who likes to watch first and then create alongside me. You're the kind of person that you like to pause the video, try it, come back, and keep going one step at a time. Inside Create Path, you'll build projects together from start to finish. You'll find step-by-step videos, lessons, templates, worksheets, measurements, everything you need to create right alongside me. So if you're that type of learner that says, show me how to do it and let's do it together, then I think you're going to love the Create Path. Now, our Celebrate Path. Now you're thinking, I like to read, I like to create, but I don't want to have to do it by myself. If this is you, Celebrate might be the learning path that Celebrate might be the learning path you're missing. Because let's be honest, sometimes you do everything right, you read the book, you watch the lessons, you get all the way to the end, and then a little question stops you. Maybe you're wondering, should I say this as a PDF or a PNG? Or maybe, can somebody look at this before I print it? Or maybe, why isn't mine lining up like yours? Those aren't questions your family always knows the answer to. But inside the creative community, you're surrounded by people who understand exactly what you're working on. You're not figuring it out on your own. Inside Celebrate, you'll be able to ask questions, get feedback, share your progress, celebrate your wins, and learn alongside other creators who are on the same journey. Because sometimes if one thing is standing between giving up and finishing, I have to have the right person to ask. If you're looking for more than lessons, if you're looking for encouragement, support, and a creative community that celebrates right alongside you, I think you're gonna love the Create Path. Because whether you love to read, love to create, or learn alongside a community, I wanted to make sure that there was a place for every type of learner. No matter how you learn, the goal is simple: to help you build your confidence and grow your creativity. All right, so before I show you the next slide, and I already know what you're thinking. Caleb, I don't have the money. And others are saying, I just don't have the time. Can I challenge you and think about those little differences? Let's talk about the money first. Sometimes it isn't that you don't have the money. It's that you spent it without realizing where it's going. Maybe it's gobbled maybe it's gobbling coffee every morning. Maybe it's eating out a few extra times during the week. You've all done it. We've all done it. Sometimes making room for something new you have to make small sacrifices for something that's going to help us grow. Now, let's talk about time. If you're thinking I don't have time, look at your phone this week. See how much time you spent scrolling Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Sometimes we don't need more time. We just need to use the time we already have a little differently. And remember, you don't have to finish everything in one day. That's why I created different learning paths. Maybe today you'll have 15 minutes to read. Tomorrow you'll have 30 minutes to create. The next day, you jump back in this community and ask a question. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is progress. Because 6 months from now, you can still be saying, one day I'm gonna start. Or you can look back and say, I'm glad I did it. So let me show you how to create. Let me show you. So let me show you how you can get started today. Now it's time. Okay, so now it's time for you to choose your next step. You can choose a learning path that fits you best. When you're ready, scan the QR code on the screen and I'll drop the link in the comments. I'll give everyone a moment, and then we'll come back for questions. All right, so if you guys can scan the QR code, you are more than welcome. I will drop the link as well. You have opportunity to ask any questions if you have any. Now's that time. Oh, I don't like. There we go. All right. All right, while everyone chooses their learning path, let's open up for questions. If you have any questions about Celebration Boxes, Celebration Academy, or anything we've learned, I'll stay on for a few minutes, and it's before it's time that we can do the giveaway. Yes. All right. All right. So if you enjoyed class, I hope you learned something. It was nice and quick. Didn't want to keep you guys here too long. I really hope if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. But if not, we're going to go ahead and do this giveaway. For the giveaway, the way that you will win is you're going to how am I going to do this? Okay, in the chat, go ahead and tell me what is one takeaway. If you can give me one takeaway, then I'm going to just scroll through, and then whatever it lands on, that is going to be our winner. Okay, so go ahead and drop the purple hearts in the comments, and go ahead and tell me what is your takeaway for the day. Oh, okay, so we ain't got no questions. All right, no problem, no questions. So I'm going to just scroll through the comments. Oh, I can't do it. That's not touch screen. All right, awesome, Erica. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm definitely a create path. Honestly, I think I'm a celebrate path because I'm hopping everywhere. I can't sit still. Oh, I love that you learn visually. That was a hard way. That was a hard lesson for me to learn. So just go ahead and do it. All right, awesome. So I'm going to scroll. Sorry, allergies kicking my butt. I'm going to scroll in. Let's see how it lands. And the winner is KS Make and Create. If you can go ahead and DM me, send me a private message, and please give me your email, and I will send you your giveaway prize. You have the option of, so I don't know if you have a little one that you want to get some back to school stuff for, but the giveaway, I have Transformer. Okay, so you can have this Transformer design. Uh-oh. Or you get Grace Allie's Corner. Okay, this is mine. All right, so if you can email me which one you would prefer, and I'm gonna stuff in a little extra goodies, but I just hope everyone enjoyed their time. I'm so grateful, so grateful that you guys tuned in for my very first live. I appreciate that. It's not like I was nervous all day or anything. I was not. Thank you guys so much. and I will see you guys in the next lesson. Bye-bye.